I just want to see what he does because,
Oh, he's going to Waffles.
yep, there we go. That's good. I wanted to kind of see. There we go. He responded very well to that correction.
First time ever.
And
First
so
for everything.
that was great. And so what's interesting, here we go, is that
So happy to see this. Oh my
what's
God.
happening, so
This just made my day, actually. And so I know it's terrible to
no,
say
this
that.
is good. And what's happening is they're both kind of in a, the two males are in a
Did
pissing.
you correct him?
No, I haven't done
Okay.
anything. The two males are kind of in a pissing match over the female.
Okay.
So like Waffles was playing with her, and then he comes in, he plays a little bit, and then when Waffles comes back and plays, then Frank is suddenly like, oh, I'm gonna size up here on Waffles because that's my playmate type of thing. A little bit here, you can see.
He's stirring the pot again.
He's being a little bit more dominant. And so when he came over top of Waffles on his shoulder and his neck and kind of pinned him down those couple times.
Exactly what he did to Cyrus.
Exactly. And then Waffles was like, who do you think you're doing that to? Like,
yeah.
that's not happening. Show me good behavior, then we'll take the mask off, sir. We gotta start there, just in case. Because you said when you had him and Cyrus together, he just like would not leave Cyrus alone. That was the biggest problem.
He did not have a thing on Cyrus did.
Okay.
I think Dave, he came to the house the first time
Yeah.
to show us how to do it. So
Sure.
Chris and I could do it. But it was just Frank, we called it parkour. I can tell you the truth.
And what level did you have it at?
50.
50? I bet if you had it at 100, you wouldn't have had to correct him so many times in a row.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm. We've got movement, signs of life. A little. Make good choices. No. He said, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think I'll sit on the chair again.
For reference, that was 100. And again, for a dog like him, the reason that setting those boundaries super clear of, you can't jump up on things, stuff like that during the social or things like that, is it just, again, puts some boundaries in place for him about his behavior. Because the root of all of his problems, as we know and discuss, is that he just feels like he can do whatever he wants, and everybody else has to deal with it. So he wasn't nearly this calm when he was with Cyrus. He was insane.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, God. He would jump on Cyrus's back. He would jump on Cyrus's head. And Cyrus was one pissed off.
I was going to say, I have a feeling Cyrus hated that.
Oh, he hates him.
Have him and Cyrus been around each other without allowing, like, interaction? Like, have you had, like, gone on a walk with them together or anything like that?
No.
Okay. I would say this week I might see if you can coordinate with them a time where you guys can like meet somewhere or at somebody's house and just do a neighborhood walk together.
Okay.
I don't want them to interact on the walk, but just get them like doing mutual activities in each other's presence.
Okay.
That requires them to be under control and listening.
Okay.
And so that way we can start to rebuild a little bit of Cyrus's trust around this dog.
Yes.
And remove some of the distaste and also get Frank to where he can be around Cyrus in a calmer demeanor and not be so overstimulated and insane and high energy.
Oh my God, they're living, he just whines. We did for an hour.
And he never,
Non-stop.
Oh my gosh. Were you with David at this? Or did he
No,
was
he
he
just
just
came by himself.
Just came by
He was
himself.
just like this. He went. You've seen his face.
Boxer?
I mean, he was just playing. I mean, he didn't
Sure.
think anything of it.
But he didn't also care if anybody was having a good time but himself.
Correct.
Yes, yeah.
Correct. It's the same scenario.
Yes.
He had a great
He
time.
said, as long as I'm having fun,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all that matters to me. Yeah, that's because we only board or have dogs for daycare that we've trained and have gone through the training program, we're very familiar with them. So we're able to essentially like categorize them socially. And so that way, if I'm socializing a new dog that's like my unknown variable, I'm only putting him with dogs that I know.
Right.
So that way, I'm confident that if he did something wacky or crazy, they're not going to add fuel to the fire.
Got it.
They're going to let me handle it if I need to.
We did this one, quite a long time ago, and I didn't have the thing when Cyrus was with him. So
Yeah.
if we put them in a room now, it would be different.
Yes. Yeah, because you'd be able to control his behavior a little bit more. Yeah, and that's where I think starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I think starting with the
Just the
walk,
walk.
yeah, can just help
I'll
get
help
them
this.
around each other, stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want them sniffing each other or hanging out. It's no,
Yeah.
you're paying attention to me. Cyrus is paying attention to his owners, and we're just walking together. And then maybe we can even coordinate a time where, if you guys would feel better about their interaction aspect, doing it with me there, I'm more than happy to do that again.
Okay. Usually he just goes up and licks Cyrus's wiener for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's a bit much, sir.
It's fantastic.
And the key with stuff like that is that I don't necessarily want to micromanage, for instance, like his behaviors towards Cyrus, but I'll intervene if necessary. And I also want to have like some blanket expectations. So for instance, I corrected him for jumping on the furniture. So that could translate to if he's parkouring off of all of the vertical things in the house, we could correct him for that.
I mean, he's tiny. You can see you should believe
Yeah.
how high he can jump.
Oh, I believe it.
He can jump towers.
Yeah. So it's like so then in that social setting, what I could do is correct him for jumping on the walls or jumping on people or whatever. And that's going to bring his arousal level down quite a lot without actually having to correct anything he's doing to Cyrus. The only thing that I would correct him for really during their interactions is say he's licking Cyrus's wiener for like 10 minutes and Cyrus finally corrects him and is like, hey, leave me alone.
Cyrus tried to correct him.
Yeah, and if he then doesn't respect the correction, that's when I would then correct him.
Yes.
Is basically just to enforce what the other dog
I
is
wish I
trying
could
to
have done
teach
that
him.
before,
Yes. Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
Cyrus was giving him many corrections.
Well, and a lot of times, and it's probably why David did that social
wanted to
consultation
see
at
what they
first,
do,
was
yeah.
because a lot of times it goes fine and the dogs learn that how to communicate with each other and they respect it. And then you'll get a dog every once in a while like him where he's like, I don't listen to nobody. And we have to do a little bit more training to help him out socially. You know, what we've talked about throughout the sessions thus far is that he doesn't know how to just like be.
Chill.
You know what I mean? So like him even being able to do this right now, huge success.
Yeah, this is great.
You know, this
Yeah.
is fantastic. I couldn't ask for anything more.
He is
But-
more chilled, I will say at home. My husband even said something the other night. He's like, holy crap.
Yeah. And it's because we're teaching him that like these things are off limits. You're not allowed to do these things to entertain yourself and just like keep yourself busy. And I think a lot of times people think obedience is what's going to make a dog more chill, when in reality the dog just needs to have very clear boundaries on these are behaviors that you're not allowed to do anymore. Because like in the house, just living with my dogs, I don't want to have to micromanage them.
Right.
I don't want to give them commands all day to just like have a calm household.
Right.
So the only thing I really do with my personal dogs in the house is just correct for things I don't like. You can't jump on the counters. You can't jump up on guests when they come over. You can't chew things that you're not allowed to chew. And once you establish all that stuff, then they know, okay, so within that framework, I can go chew on my toys, I could go lay over here, I could play with each other if that's okay. You know what I mean? And so I don't have to tell them what to do, I just tell them what not to do.
Right. Right.
And then they figure out the rest.
Literally bites a hold of it and throws the whole bed up in the air, and I'm like, it's funny, but you can't.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, he's not doing that anymore, I noticed, because
Good. Good.
we've been on top of that.
Well, and it's like those moments of, like, yes, you know, a dog like him where we're seeing some of his instinctual behaviors like leaking per se, where he's like biting and lunging at people when he's bored, where he's attacking his bed, where he's attacking the pillows, attacking the vacuum, like all that kind of stuff. Yes, there's certain ways I want to give him appropriate outlets to do things like that through play or tug or stuff like that, and then be able to put boundaries in place of like, but you can't do it here. Like that's inappropriate in all of these contexts. Because if that is like a genetic drive for him with, you know, his breed types and stuff, that makes sense.
Right,
We don't want to
sure.
suppress it and just like never let him exercise what feels good to him.
Correct.
We want to make sure he's just doing it in appropriate contexts. Because with dogs, there's no moral good or bad. Like it's easy to assign like good and bad to a dog's behaviors from a human perspective, but to them there isn't.
Right.
When he's biting at people, he's not doing it because he's like, I'm a bad dog. He's doing it because there's something genetically or emotionally fueling it, right? And there's no moral reasoning behind it. And so we have to teach them what we as humans view as morally good and bad.
We've been working on the stairs too. Remember, I told you we guys
Yeah.
had trouble on the stairs. He's doing a lot better with the stairs too.
Good.
He isn't like, you know, I carry the laundry basket down. He's not jumping up and attacking it anymore and stuff.
Good. The drool. Here we go. A little interest.
This was what he was doing to Cyrus.
Okay.
And Dave said it was all play,
Yeah.
but
And I'm sure that she's going to be fine with it because she's a playful dog. Cyrus is less playful. And so that's the thing is that with those two,
is it male too?
it can be at times. But yeah, like he's not doing anything appropriate right now.
And Cyrus hasn't been social for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that could be too. And he's so much younger. He wants to do this. He
Yeah.
wants to play.
The problem is that a dog should be able to read a room, right? So it's like he initiated play with Freya and she was like, yeah, man, let's go, right? And they're having a great time. If she would have said, no, I don't want to play with you, get away from me, he also needs to learn to respect that.
And that he didn't do with Cyrus.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Waffles, can you, thank you.
This is all friendly play here.
Yep, this is all fine.
Even though they have their teeth, that's just play.
Yeah, totally play. Do you see how there's some like they're being very reciprocal, like
Biting
he's
here,
biting
there,
her and then
there.
she's biting him and then they're going back and forth and you know, he's chasing her and then she chases him, like all of that is they're kind of jockeying back and forth. And then when one of them kind of calms and wants a break, the other one's like, cool, okay, like I'll match your energy, like we're relaxing a little bit now.
It's funny if they know right when to start like running again.
Yeah. Well, the loading you described before he lunged at Jillian, that's what they do to each other before they play. They stare and they load and then they both go, right? So the problem is like, not the problem, but what a lot of people don't understand is that,
Doing it aggressively or maybe not. I don't know.
well, that's the thing is like, it's,
He did not a nice look though, for sure.
well, sure. And
hair went straight up on the
regardless
back.
of his intention, it's inappropriate. You
Correct.
can't just
Lunge
lunge
at
and
people
put your
like
mouth
over
on
a
people.
house, right.
Yeah. So that's where it's like, I don't care what his intent was necessarily in those moments. Like,
Still wrong.
you can't do it,
Right.
right? In this context, fine, you know, because you're with other dogs. You're allowed to play. You're allowed to explore that. That's totally fine. But that's what's interesting is that a lot of behaviors that dogs exhibit mean it can be the same behavior and it can mean a lot of different things dependent on their intention behind it and other surrounding variables. Like what dogs play, and bulldogs are so difficult to read body language wise. Like of any of the breed types, they're extremely difficult. Well, yes, but you know what I mean as far as like their body language in general. They are a lot more difficult.
Now, would he have just went over there because the other Waffles was getting on top of the other dog? Or did he just decide to play again?
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Either way, it's not wrong.
I'm just wondering because... And the other dogs, well, before we started coming here, before we knew anything, when we first got him, we introduced him to 3 dogs in the neighborhood to see what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And he was fine. And they were 3 completely different breeds.
Yeah.
A Boston Terrier, so little like him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was around a big Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
Did nothing with that. And then, across the street from Jillian and Chris, they also have a boxer who's huge.
Okay.
But he typically likes to play with little dogs.
Okay.
And they were just doing this too, and they were totally fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, we haven't had him around other dogs because I never know what. It makes me nervous. I never know what he's going to do.
Well, the thing
But
that's...
now that we have this, that was all before this.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
before training.
Well, and notoriously, the thing with bulldog type dogs is they are very bad at taking no for an answer. So they can be very social like this.
Yep.
Well, they can be they're conflict driven. I mean, he enjoys think of what he does for fun. He attacks the vacuum and the pillows and he lunges. You know what I mean? Like he likes the conflict.
Yes.
And so the problem is that they can be playing and be very social and having a great time, but as soon as another dog says, "Hey, I'm done. I don't want you playing with me anymore," then they go, "Oh, are we fighting now?" And then it becomes like this opportunity for conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they can be quick to retaliate in those moments rather than respecting the corrections. Mm-hmm. And that's where things get dicey and you have to make sure you're watching and you're mindful of it. Right. And depending, I'm interested to see where if I give him an e-collar correction, that if an e-collar correction is necessary at any point with his interaction with other dogs, if he's getting a little bit too intense, with a dog like him, it could go either way. The e-collar correction could be very effective and it could stop his behavior, or it could piss him off and it could ramp him up even more. That's why I have this out here as my backup, or if he needs a little...
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
exactly.
If we need a little backup, then
obvious, but yeah.
Yeah, but and that's just, having worked with a lot of dogs.
Right.
Sometimes that can happen with these breed types, so you just kind of have to be prepared one way or the other.
I know it's a hard breed type, and right before him, I had an English bulldog, which was also a stinker. Now, he did not have the biting and that kind of stuff. Behavior.
Sure.
And we never got him trained, which was bad also. He did some stuff we didn't like, but it wasn't enough to...
He was just more ornery and
stubborn.
stubborn.
He just didn't want to do unless he wanted to do it.
Yeah. But there was no aggressive undertone to it.
Any aggressive whatsoever.
Yeah.
Never, would bite anyone. Anyone could come up to him and love him, and he would love it. Frank, so much is. But I wanted to try to help him, and this is what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
This is why.
Well, and he's making so much
I
progress.
love him. It's just that, we could not have, it was this or get rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it came to the line. I mean, that's what it was. You have to at least I felt I had to at least put an effort into it. I mean, we love him. We don't want... Have these two played together before?
Yes.
They obviously like each other.
We'll see what he chooses here.
Because he sees them both playing together?
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because depending on... I just want to see what he does because...
Oh, he's going to Waffles.
Yeah, there we go. That's good. I wanted to kind of see. There we go. He responded very well to that correction.
first time ever.
And
First
so
for everything.
that was great. And so what's interesting, here we go, is that
so happy to see this. Oh
what's happening, so
this just made my day, actually. And so I know it's terrible to
no,
say
this is good. And I wasn't able to explain it because I was too busy watching in case I had to do something. But what's happening is they're both kind of in a, the two males are in a
Did
pissing.
you correct him?
No, I haven't done anything. The two males are kind of in a pissing match over the female.
Okay.
So like Waffles was playing with her, and then he comes in, he plays a little bit, and then when Waffles comes back and plays, then Frank is suddenly like, oh, I'm gonna size up here on Waffles because that's my playmate type of thing. A little bit here, you can see.
He's stirring the
He's being a little bit more dominant. And so when he came over top of Waffles on his shoulder and his neck and kind of pinned him down those couple times.
Exactly what he did to Cyrus.
Exactly. And then Waffles was like, who do you think you're doing that to? That's not happening.
Cyrus, if he could have, would have taken his head clean off, I believe.
Exactly. And so he actually, but he responded quite well. We'll see what happens here, because now you can see the vibe is off.
Yep.
And now he's doing this like following around type thing. Yeah, he's just being a little bit of a dick. He is.
That should be his. We should have just named him Shit Stir. That would have been a good name. We didn't even name Frank, but.
And here's what we'll see. I'll let you know if I feel like I need to do anything. Here we go.
Thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Popcorn and pusher, just like his daddy. My husband's the same way. Let him know, aren't you, Waffles? You come home with me tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you home for the night.
He said I got to keep these people in check.
Ew.
But honestly, I'm pleased.
Yeah.
Like, he responded really well. He tried to start,
Shit stir
again. And then you could tell that Waffles choosing to lay down in that moment wasn't him submitting, but more him being like, dude, I'm not looking to have a problem. Like, I set the boundaries when you were actively trying to dominate me. I'm not looking to do that again. Just leave me alone. And so he kind of de-escalated the situation on his own, which was good. And that's why it's so important to, when we're working with a dog like Frank, put him with dogs that are very skilled socially, because that's what's going to teach him how to interact. And that makes it so we don't have to micromanage and involve ourselves like too much. Well, they're all just tired. But I'd say that was quite productive.